A so-called Super El Nino is coming.
Right now, across the Pacific Ocean, something is happening that could change the world's weather. It's called El Nino, and it's a global weather phenomenon that can reshape the weather, food, and temperatures worldwide.
With temperatures soaring past 42 to 44 degrees Celsius. And now, forecasters are tracking a bigger climate threat, are developing Super El Nino in the Pacific Ocean.
Hey everyone, today's video is going to be a little different. It's not about startups, about business, or even about the economy. Today we are going to talk about something called El Nino. Now chances are you have heard this term before. Maybe on the news, maybe in a newspaper, or maybe even every time someone starts talking about the monsoon. But if I asked you to explain what El Nino actually is, most people wouldn't know where to start. And that is exactly why I decided to make this video. In fact, this is going to be a two-part series. In this video, we are going to understand what El Nino actually is, how it forms, and why scientists across the world track it so closely. And in part 2, we'll see why a patch of warm water in the Pacific Ocean can affect India's monsoon, food prices, inflation, farmers, and even the Indian economy itself. But before we talk about its impact, let's first understand what El Nino actually is. To understand El Nino, we need to start in the Pacific Ocean. Now we all know that Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean on Earth. In fact, it is so large that all the continents on Earth could fit into it. And under normal conditions, something very interesting happens over there. Powerful winds called trade winds continuously push warm surface water from the coast of South America towards Indonesia and Australia. Think of these winds like giant invisible conveyor belts. Day after day, year after year, they keep pushing warm water westwards across the Pacific. As this warm water moves away from South America, colder water rises from the depths of the ocean to replace it. As a result, the Pacific Ocean develops a natural balance. The Western Pacific near Indonesia and Australia remains warm. The Eastern Pacific near South America remains relatively cool. And this balance is incredibly important because warm water heats the air above it, the warm air rises, clouds form, rainfall increases, which is why countries like Indonesia often receive heavy rainfall throughout the year. Now for decades, scientists considered this is the Pacific Ocean's normal operating system. But every few years, something unusual happens. The trade winds that normally push warm water across the ocean begins to weaken. Sometimes they weaken slightly, sometimes they weaken dramatically. And when that happens, the warm water that was piled up near Indonesia starts moving back towards the Central and Eastern Pacific Ocean. Slowly at first, then faster. And suddenly, a massive portion of the Pacific Ocean becomes warmer than normal. This unusual warming of the Central and Eastern Pacific Ocean is what we call El Nino. That's literally what El Nino is. At its core, it's simply an unusually warm Pacific Ocean. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, that's it? That is what El Nino is? The ocean gets warmer and the world starts to panic? And honestly, that's a fair question. Because the real story isn't the water. The real story is the energy stored inside that water. You see, oceans don't just store water, they store enormous amount of heat. And when a body of water as large as the Pacific Ocean starts warming up, it changes the movement of air, cloud, winds, and rainfall across the planet. In simple terms, the entire weather system starts shifting. And once that happens, some countries receive lesser rainfall than the others. Some regions experience severe droughts, others experience devastating floods. Heat waves become stronger, wildfires becomes more common, and agricultural production can come under pressure. All because of a patch of warm water in the Pacific Ocean has changed its position. Think about how incredible that is. A fisherman in Peru, a farmer in India, a family in Australia, and a forest in Brazil can all be affected by a same climate phenomenon. That's how interconnected our planet really is. And that's exactly why scientists monitor El Nino so closely. Because it isn't just a weather event, it's one of the most powerful climate patterns on Earth. In fact, some of the biggest droughts, floods, and weather disasters in modern history have been linked to strong El Nino events. Which is why whenever scientists detect signs of an El Nino developing, governments, farmers, meteorologists, and policymakers around the world starts paying attention. But now comes the most important question. If El Nino begins thousands of kilometers away in the Pacific Ocean, why does India care so much about it? How can it affect our monsoon? Why do farmers fear it? Why do economists track it? And how can a warm patch of water eventually affect food prices, inflation, and even the Indian economy itself? That is exactly what I will explore in part 2. Because understanding El Nino is interesting, but understanding how it can affect our daily life is where the real story begins. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel for the next part of it. I will see you in the next one.